Thanks everybody for joining this call. If you are new, say hi to me or hello so I kind of get the new names. My name is Jack and I'm very excited to speak about a topic what I really like. And I have to be honest, it is the topic I love the most. So yeah, I'm probably wondering, Jack, why do you like AdWords so much? And this slide kind of explains it all. Okay? I serve many clients. Okay? I love AdWords, but I really love uh, the first of each month. Huh? What happens the first of each month? Do you guys have an idea what happens the first of the month? It's payday. Correct. All my clients, they pay their monthly fee. I only have to see the first of month is everything's okay, and kind of my bills are all paid. I'm not accelerating. I'm not saying it's really the truth. So would you like to achieve that too? Would you like to work for yourself? Would you like to be independent? That was kind of very big to me. In 2009, uh, I decided to work for myself. While I had a very well-paid job, I was responsible for 15 engineers and technicians. I built a new engine testing lab for $25 million. I commission and train and I run big projects. And Jack, hey, hell Jack, why did you ever leave that job? Why? Now, do you have a parent who work for themselves? Who of you guys have a parent who work for themselves? Was your dad or mom had a business? Tell me. My mother. Ryan had a mother. Ryan, does it itch on you that you also want to work for yourself and be independent? I had that feeling. I grew up at a farm and my dad and mom never worked for somebody else. Okay? I had 3 dreams when I grew up. You guys know my 3 dreams? One was very stupid and childish. I wanted to own a BMW. The second dream was I wanted to build my own house. And the third one was I wanted to have my own business. Now, I was very good in stock trading and I had my BMW at young age. Okay? I built my house from scratch, I think when I was around 30 years or so. I have to look back. It was in 1995, so 30 years I was. It was my third house where I lived in. Okay. So then I kind of moved to the States, got involved in a big project. I love that job. Really, engine testing is what I really love. But there was always itching on me, and that is working for yourself. You know, if it doesn't matter so much if you work for somebody else or for you always work, correct? The big difference is nobody's telling you or demanding you what you have to do. Are you not getting crazy from all those policies in this corporate world? That 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 part I didn't like so much. Those policies, okay? I kind of wanted to do things what is good for the company, not what is good for my boss. That didn't make sense to me. So that itch is so hard that I decided to work for myself or started something to work for myself. So in 2009, we set up a local business and I did the marketing. And I became so good in that marketing that other people wanted to use my service too. And with that, AdWords was born. AdWords management. So, and now you guys are afraid, correct? Because who tried AdWords in the past? Did you ever talked about that? Let me ask another question. Do you think businesses realized that they need to be on the Google first page? Okay, yeah, they do. What is in business? When do you have in business? When are you in business? You are in business when you have a positive ROI, return of investment. Do you guys get that? That is business, correct? You invest the money and you make money, correct? And it needs to be positive. Do you know business owners realize that very much? ROI. Do you know what Google AdWords is? It's just an ROI thing. You invest something and you get something. You get something by providing good service, correct? It's so simple. When you get that mindset, what AdWords is, it just, do you know how I get a new client very easily? I said I got this question, Jack, how much should I spend on AdWords? And then I tell them, imagine you had a black box in your business. You put $1 in and you get $5 out. How much would you put in that black box? And those business owners which I speak with, they get that. They really get that. They see the ROI. And running a business is just about ROI. Okay? So today, one of my clients called and he has 3 locations. And do you know what? I charge him for 3 locations. I do. I earn a lot of money with that client. And he called me and said, hey Jack, I got another AdWords manager calling me and he wants my business. and I let him speak. And he said, you know, instead of 3 locations, he only charged me 1 location. And I thought by myself, oh, I have to work on that a little bit. So I let him speak, and I said, Bob, I created 3 websites for you. Every location has an own website. And besides AdWords, you get also a lot of SEO from it. Yeah, he said, yeah, I see in analytics 1/3 of the traffic is SEO. And I asked him, Bob, what are your total sales of each month? He said $75,000. Okay, so 1/3 is $25,000. Yes, yes. So if you would cancel those domains and you would only use 1 domain, you lose significant kind of money. I said that is peanuts what you pay me for the management. I said, I'm your best sales marketer you ever have used. And then he apologized. Hey Jack, sorry that I started that conversation. So AdWords clients you have kind of for life. They see the ROI. They you set it up. I do not spend more than 1 hour for each client per month. I spend lesser, but I always say 1 hour. And I get at least $200 per location. So I make at least $100 per hour with that. Do you think you can do it too? Yes, but you know why business need AdWords? Do you know how long it takes to get results when you do SEO? They don't want to wait. You know, when you are in business, you cannot wait 3 months to get results. Do you know how many businesses need AdWords? Far more than you can handle. Far more. AdWords works so much faster than SEO. And if you don't know, I tell you again, about 85% of Google's income comes from AdWords. So you will be in business, you learn something that you were in business that you can use for a long time. It's not a hype. AdWords is not a hype. And thanks God, Google changes all the time. You know why I like that Google changes all the time? Local business owners don't have time to learn all those new changes. That is a big advantage for you. They're looking for you, that somebody can manage it for them. So I really want an answer from you. Why do you waste your time and energy trying to sell SEO? Why are you still doing that? When there is something much better and can make much more money, as well as for you as for the business. You guys agree? So Google AdWords delivers immediate results. So now comes a tricky question. Here you are. Now you have to look in the mirror, correct? So why are you not offering Google AdWords yet? Okay, Arlene said needs to know how. Pay-per-click gets only 10% of the shared clicks, but number one position organic gets 40%. Okay? Still working on your training, said Raymond. Did not have proper training. No, I have, said Stan. Ryan said, do not know how to do it myself. William said, I was offered assistance from Google with AdWords and they were not very good. It's all good. Okay, so there's only, I want to come back to Danny. I think he has a point. So Danny said, let me address this. Danny said, pay-per-click get only 10% of the shared clicks, but number one position, organic, gets 40%. I think that is kind of true, but let assume those numbers are correct. Danny, how many keywords can you have on the first position? And how long does it take to get to the first position? Okay, Danny said long time. Danny, do you think a client wants to wait long time before they are in business? Okay, Danny answered no. So that here you already have your answer that assume you can achieve that. There's not many business who wants to wait on it, correct? So you have not a winner that you can offer. And one more important thing is, let's assume you are on the first position. Okay, congratulations with that. You can make a lot of money at that situation. Now, do you sleep really well? So let's assume you have two clients. One client you serve at SEO and one client you serve at AdWords. Okay? You get the same amount of money from each client. Which client do you feel more comfortable that you still have in business next month? You know, it only takes one small change from Google, or it takes only one more small change from a competitor who was ranked second to blow you away. And if you have done some SEO what is not according Google's policy and Google updates something, you are out of business. Do you get that? And in case you have an AdWords, Google get paid for each click. They love you. You are much better positioned when you dance with Google instead of you kick the Google. Do you get that? You want to dance with Google. And if you learn how to dance with Google, you make a lot of money easily. Okay, I learned this when I worked in a corporate world. I learned how to dance. Okay, it's easier than to kick. Believe me, dancing is much easier than to kick. Same with Google. Learn to dance with Google. You make a lot of money. So here are the typical responsive. I don't completely understand Google AdWords myself. I have a hard time explaining Google AdWords effectively to my clients so they get it. I don't know how to set up and use AdWords. Okay. Who's number 3? Who applies number 3? I don't know how to set up and use Google AdWords. Nobody? That's fine. I will skip this. Only a few? Only a few answer now, okay? So, if you guys not interested to learn that, I will skip this. I don't know how to create a profitable AdWords campaign. I'm afraid screwing up and losing my client's money with a bad campaign and I'm losing the client. That's you too, huh? I'm afraid screwing up. I kind of relate to this when I started. I'm not typical scared, I think, but in AdWords you can set the max spend, so what you agreed with the client, correct? So you solve that max spend. So the only thing what can happen is that you don't get the ROI, correct? Ad get mad on me. I didn't answer because you never see my post. No, I see your post, Ad. But if only 10% of you guys answer I want to learn something, then I assume 90% doesn't want to learn. So that's why I skipped. Okay, so what can happen? What can happen? Um, what can happen at the worst case? The worst case is that you can lose the client, correct? How bad is that? I'm telling you, it is not bad to losing client. Do you know why? Because you learn so much. Did you know that if you didn't take on that client, what you would have learned? Nothing, correct? You only check your email and your Facebook. You're not busy with fulfillment. You're not busy with building your business. Correct? So when you do AdWords management, you want to make sure you don't spend more than the client agrees. And the second one is you just do what you learn and probably have an ROI because there's some good training. And what can happen on the worst case is that you lose a client. Okay, that is the worst scenario. Do you know how I deal with difficult situations? I just acknowledge what can happen on the worst case, and I deal with it, correct? So what is the worst case can happen when the client doesn't see ROI? You lose them, okay? Now, I very rarely lose a client. Very. It happens, but very rarely. My AdWords clients, they see a long-term, they see ROI, and they want to stick long-term with me. But business change, time change, everything can change. But I can sign up far more clients than I can handle. So I'm never worried about having not enough AdWords clients. But it is true. If you don't know what to do, it can be complicated, correct? Wolfie guys can bicycle or swim. It's kind of, when you don't know, it's difficult, correct? I don't know if you can still remember when you learn to swim or when you learn to drive a car, to drive a bike. It's kind of hard, correct? And now you can do it with your eyes closed. I can tell you AdWords management is much simpler than you would imagine. It is much simpler than SEO. Wow. Do you know that SEO is hard? I feel bad for you guys if you do SEO. That game changes all the time. It's hard work. You have to stay on top of it. Each guru tells a different story. Google can put you out of business tomorrow. Many clients are not happy. They don't see results fast. Do you really like to run an SEO business? If a client calls me, hey Jack, I need more calls. I have steering wheels where I can turn on. Correct? I can control the ad rank. You guys get that? I started my business. I started to work for myself because I wanted to be in control. I don't want to wake up the next day and get a lot of complaints from my clients. So SEO is not my thing. I'm very honest with that. I never have said I like SEO. How do you control that? With ad spend, with the right keywords, with the right ads, with website what works. There are so many things what you can do if the client complains about results. With SEO it's so hard. Okay, you don't need this scene. I'm not going to launch anything. Okay, I promised you that you could nothing buy, correct? Today I'm not selling anything. Are you not disappointed that you cannot buy anything from me? I don't want that. Okay? Okay, that is what I had in plan, and I kind of want everybody's reaction, otherwise I'm not spending my energy. I had a plan. Last Sunday I got a new client, and I still need to set up the AdWords campaign. And my plan was to do this live during training. I cannot do it now, but I was planning to do it Friday live. So you kind of can see all the steps it takes to set up an, uh, an AdWords campaign. So who is interesting that I do this? Who likes to see that it's much easier than you think? Do you know, I don't know how to explain that. Sometimes, how do you say that? Um, Sometimes you have fear, and you think, and everybody speaks difficult about it, but if you see it firsthand, it's much easier than you ever would have imagined. If you are if you're doing SEO, that is 10 times easier. AdWords is so much easier than SEO. So in the beginning of the training, I asked you guys, do you want to see it? And I got only a few responses, and I kind of get pissed off at, you know. Think, if you don't want to see it, or you just want to join this webinar but don't listen and you don't get response, I was thinking, okay, I don't need to do it for myself. I have a business. I have my clients. Okay, I don't need more AdWords clients. I don't need to learn it. So, and only a few of you guys responded. Now the second time more responded, but still half of you guys have not responded. So I will see. So that was my plan. So Friday I will do a live training, and if you are not interested, please don't join. That is only for people who wants to learn. That is for people who were afraid of fear about AdWords. That is for people who likes to build a real business with recurring payments. Okay, that is for people who wants to receive a lot of emails in your inbox the first of the month, all from those payments. I do get them every month. That is for people who likes to be independent. And that is what I was looking for in 2009. I wanted to be independent. I like my work. I kind of always like my work. I kind of think I'm a lucky person. But I didn't like all the policies. So I wanted to share that with you, okay? So I want to share my knowledge. Uh, so what would be a good time Friday? Um, I think 8 p.m. Correct, same time. Most of you guys works during the day. Eastern, yeah. 8 p.m. I think, and I will. And if you are available, is fine. If you're not interested, don't join because of me, okay? Only join because you want to learn something, okay? And if you're not participating, then, you know, if you just put the webinar on but you look on your cell phone, you know, don't do that, okay? This is only for serious people. Yeah, that is for free, okay? There's nothing to buy or to pay. So with that said, are there any questions about AdWords so you can get the there were some questions in the beginning but I forgot. I think it was about keywords cost. Yes, I remember. So keywords cost. So if you generate calls from clients and you don't get paid for AdWords management, how much should I charge for each call? Now within AdWords management, you can look up how expensive a keyword is. Correct? I will show you Friday, and you just kind of multiply it with 3 or so the clicks. You can also, I kind of have that somewhere, there's a list from Home Advisor, how much they charge a client, so you can charge the same. Is there an email that I can charge to an AdWords customer? Yes, it is in the Lead Finder Jack library. So, did you see that? Let's open that quickly. You go to emails and there's a library. See this? And then Home Advisor, AdWords, you can download that email template. When will you be sending the GoToWebinar link? Tomorrow, probably, together with the replay. What I said, I'm scraping AdWords now and all day. So, Wada, also start sending emails, okay? Don't collect more than 10,000 business, okay? Use that. Use that information. I'm sending to. Okay, very good. Okay. Um, you want to change in habit, not you, but in generally. So I see a lot of people buying products, and at the moment they buy a product, they put it on the hard disk and they say, okay, I will look up one time. It's kind of collecting business information, okay? I will use it one time. No, use it, okay? Collect 10,000 business, do and dig deep and start prospecting them. Do you get that? How much of your time should you spend on prospecting each day? One hour, 80%, 3 hours, 80, 20%. Okay, at least 1/3 of your time. 1/3 of your time. Is it the funnest thing? No, for me it is not. For me it is not prospect. I don't know how about you, but I remember the time I was looking for clients and I didn't like that so much. I much rather that they call me. Okay, that is that is. But I remember the time that my bank balance went down each month, and at that moment I didn't care what I needed to do. I remember that I was so pumped up to survive. Okay, so Danny, I'm not calling. Danny, you can PM me on Facebook. So, but I'm pretty good in calling. So if you want to do a call with me, um, I 99% I get the credit card in an hour, most time in a half hour, because I know in business is about ROI. Jack, how long did it take you to get your first client after you were frustrated? I'm not sure what you mean after I was frustrated. I don't I never been frustrated, almost never. So my first client, I remember, was he was impressed about my results for my local business and called me. What credit card system do you use for receiving payment, Jack? I'm building a payment portal. I'm working on that solution. Okay. Arlene asked a very smart question. It takes some time to explain that. Okay. So here goes the question. It's very technical. What happens when there are so many ads for a keyword that they won't all fit on the first page? So now it becomes a little bit technical. So let's say there are 20 people who want to show an ad on the first page, 20 businesses. And Google kind of show only 7, correct? So what happens? Google increased the price of that keyword, correct, to show the ad. Does that make sense? Now, there's some nuance in this. If one ad get more clicks than another ad, which ad shows Google rather? They show the ad which get the most clicks. Google rather have the website have the searcher click on an ad than on a natural SEO link, correct? Because they don't earn on that. So in order to improve that the searcher click on an ad, they show the ad which get the most clicks. Does that make sense? Now comes a higher thing, okay? Next step. So if an ad says, I bid $10 for an ad and almost nobody clicks on that, and somebody else shows an ad and only want to pay $5 for a click, but almost everybody clicks on that ad, which ad is Google to show, you know? That ad from $5, correct? Because then get Google paid. You get it? So it's not only the amount, how much you're willing to spend for a click, it's also how often that ad get clicks. Now there's a third factor. Google is also after providing value. We'll use Google and we'll use Yahoo from your guys. And if you use them both, you will figure out that Google provides much better search results than Yahoo. So Google is really after providing value. So now there are two ads. Both get clicked the same rate. So let's say both ads get clicked 10%. Which ad is Google more likely to show? They're going to show the ad where if the website visitor comes on, if they click on the ad and come on the website, Google is going to measure the bounce rate and the average time they stay on the website. And the website who has the best bounce rate and they stay the longest on the website wins. And Google translate that in a quality score. So each keyword get a quality score. So now you have two ads, same click-through rate, and one keyword has a quality score of 9, which means a low bounce rate and high average time, and the other keyword has a quality score of 6 and has a higher bounce rate and stay longer. Which ad is Google more likely to show? The best quality score, correct? So come back to Arlene. You have 20 business bidding on keywords. How do you make sure that your ad gets shown? You want to work on a high click-through rate. Number one. You want to work on a low bounce rate, and you want to work that they stay on the website. Do you guys get that? Do you see how easy it is? AdWords? You just have to know how Google works. You have to understand how to dance with Google. It's not about cheating, it's about dancing. Okay, I don't know if you were in the beginning of this training, but I'm working on a new website. Okay, I have a video. You guys see this? This video is about that I stay on the website for a longer time. Do you guys get this? I actually have all those links. Link, link, link. Link, 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 link. Link, 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 link. Do you know why I have those links? If they click on the link, that means my bounce rate is very good. So Google say, hey, your bounce rate is good, and they stay in the website. I love your website. Your website visitor get a lot of value. And my ad wins. I outbeat those other businesses because I know how Google works. You see how simple it is? That is what you will learn with the AdWords training. You just need to know where to turn on. So, Arlene, very good question, and I hope you guys got it, how simple AdWords is. You just have to know how Google works. You have to learn to dance with Google. Does that make sense? So with that said, we are 1 hour on the way. Friday, 8 p.m., same time as now, we will do a live account setup. You will learn to create a black box. Okay? That is what you will learn Friday. You will learn if you put $1 in, you get $5 out. Okay? You will learn that that black box is much simpler than you ever would have imagined. So thanks everybody. Looking forward for Friday 8 p.m. to do a live setup. And please only join when you're serious, okay? If you are not looking for responding to my questions, okay, just look to the TV, okay? So thanks everybody. I'm looking forward to Friday training, 8 p.m. training. Thank you so much.